Class 4, then 1,400 metres for race number 8. And the field, total of 14, made up of Dandy Years from barrier number 1 when he was good enough to score from barrier 14 last time out, as did Vukan, but he's only moved into barrier 9 this time round. Top score gets barrier 14 for Ruan Mai, but he is a 4-time winner. Most of those wins coming at Happy Valley. Silvery Warrior, who debuted at Sha Tin, then went to the Valley, comes back to Sha Tin up to 1,400 metres. Super Winner, who had been off the track for a while, and getting a good second to decisive 12 last time. We've got Wei Feng Star, who's still winless in 5. Noble Man, who won in Class 5 over course and distance 2 back. And Jiangxi Stamina up in class here after running 3rd on his last 2 efforts. Last time behind Noble Man. Far is the only one of these who's been up at Chung Fai. She's had the 1 start so far for Frankie Law. That was behind Resolute on the all-weather mark.
Vukan Andrew straight to the lead and comes across from barrier number 9. Super Winner, he's drawn out in barrier number 12. They're both expected to have the speed to get over to the rail. Noble Man, there's a 3-wide line here of top score. Jungle Blaze, Far and SWAT Troopers Wind. He should be running on at the end of the race. Silvery Warrior, Forza Speedo's drawn a barrier for the first time. Daman Pichu and Zhenjiang Stamina has been charging home.
Dandy Years was impressive last time. Barrier number 1 for him as well. He drew 14 last time, so he goes really well in his work, and he's come on from that win. He's improved. Zach Purton aboard from barrier 1, so he looks one of the main chances, along with this horse, Vukan. He's run well in all 3 of his starts, I thought, and he culminated with a nice win last time. Another one that drew 14 as well, so he got across and hopefully he'll try and do something similar in this race. But the horse looks good, and Paul O'Sullivan's got him going well. And SWAT Troopers Wind, I thought this was an improver. His last start was pretty good, and his work's been pretty good. Nice, easy work with Matthew Poon aboard, and Matthew will ride him on race day as well.
Okay, yeah, it was certainly an improved effort from him last time out. Bit of winning form to work through here, so we'll start off with Dandy Years, Mark. As I mentioned, had the wide gate last time, was still good enough to win, beating New Future, who'd won the start before. He
goes up £9 for the win, but gets a draw. He's drawn barrier number 1, so he's perfectly placed to go back to back. Zach aboard for the first time for Danny Shum, the 115 from 72 this season. New Future is a nice enough horse, Paul, so a lot in the favour of Dandy. He's just at £9 extra to worry about.
Yeah, so he's up in weight, isn't he? But it was a really nice win from him, and yeah, I think he's one of the major chances.
Certainly moving into barrier 1 gives him a huge lift, I'd imagine, ahead of Vukan, who we can check in with next with his trainer, Paul O'Sullivan.
Paul, Vukan had to do it the tough way last time out. Were you impressed with the way that he won?
Yeah, I thought he soldiered on, really strongly, particularly the last sort of 200 metres. But as the draw would indicate, he's going to have to do the same again, up a bit in the weights. But he's done very well.
He's a horse who was able to win last time out at just his 3rd start, so he's come to hand pretty quickly for you.
Yeah, I think next season he could develop into quite a nice horse. Whether he can win another one between now and then, time will tell. But I'm sure he'll be competitive again.
He was competitive over the 1,200 metres at his first couple of starts, but is he more of a mile type, 1,400 to a mile type?
Yeah, he's got a 1,1800 metre pedigree, so a little bit later in his career he'll be asked to go further for sure.
And how's he come on since that last start run, Paul?
Fine, he's come through it really well. A big tough horse, so as I say, I'm expecting him to run very well again.
All seems pretty positive then, Paul, from the O'Sullivan stable.
Yeah, I think he'll win again. I really like this horse. I think he's a really nice addition here. Pierre, one of the son of Sacred Falls. He's a nice, big, strong horse. He's got to carry 133, but I'm not worried about that because I think he can carry the weight.
He's run out in barrier number 9. He's certainly in the top 3 as well. Not quite as keen as Paul is, but can see where he's coming from.
Yeah, I think it was a good win last time. And you look at the sectionals as well. Him and Dandy Years quite closely matched, but Vukan was much quicker over the closing stages. We keep looking, though, with Super Winner, who'd had a bit of a break and a change in his racing colours as well, Mark. Last time we saw him, this was a good second, decisive 12.
It was. He carries an extra £7 with Joe getting aboard, and he goes out from barrier 5 to gate 12. He leads up so often, Paul, he gets to the 200 metres and gets run over. The format of this race has stood up because decisive 12, as we saw last week, was nabbed right at the winning post. Didn't have him in, but wary of Joe on board for Dennis Yip.
Yeah, I've got him on a very minor line. He does have to go across. I just thought Vukan underneath him might have a little bit more speed at the start.
OK, all right. I think with Moreira booked, they'll certainly take some money. SWAT Troopers Win, Paul. This was an eye-catching run last time.
Yeah, look, I like this run of this horse. I think he can run a bit of a race here. I've got him in. He came to the outside of the track and he hit the line really nicely. They're keeping him over 1,400 metres. I thought you might even see his best up to 16, but a really nice run from him. And he finished really close up So I've got him in for sure.
He draws the same gate. Yeah, he's in my top 4 as well. Expect him to do something similar to this, and the further they go, the better he is going to look. And it's just a matter of if he can run them down. But lineup of 6 or 7 there for the Miners, he'll be somewhere around there again.
All right. What about Jiangxi Stamina, Mark? Comes up in class without winning. What are your thoughts on him? Is that a negative?
I actually quite like him in this race. Andrew from barrier number 3. He's got no weight, 118 pounds. He's had 2 runs back from a spell. Chris So's got him absolutely flying. Now, he's only been behind Moon Peaks and Noble Man, so it's a big jump up in class, taking on horses like Dandy Is and Vucan, who are last start winners in Class 4. But he's going to charge home again, Paul. Again, he might be looking for 1,600 metres, but he's going to take a chance on this guy.
Yeah, and of course, Noble Man, who won the race, he's in this race as well. So both rivals once again with lightweights.
OK, and there's plenty of place money for him there at 1.6. He's place favourite in actual fact, but Dandy Is, at this stage, Paul, is the shortest. Yeah,
and I think he's going to be one of the hardest to beat, but I think Vucan can beat him. I'd really like the 1 and 2 Quinella here, but I think 2 is the one, and I like Vucan. He's a nice, big, strong horse, carry the weight, and as you said, the sectionals were pretty good. I think he can go on with it. So at 6.3 versus 3.8, happy with the 6.3. If that stays, I don't think it will. 2 to beat 1, Swell Troopers Wind and Super Winner, and there for 4th, 2, 1, 11 and 9.
Top 2 are going to be so hard to beat, but just with no weight on his back, Jiangxi Stamina coming in to Class 4 on the back of those 2 thirds. He should be rock hard fit now. Dandy Is and Vucan, both up 9 pounds, both impressive last time. We'll put the 11 in Swat Troopers Wind to round out the top 4. We saw the replay, expect more of the same from him. 14, 1, 2 and 11. 14, 1, 2 and 11.
There we go. I've seen it slightly more Paul's way. Well, I say slightly more, exactly the same 4 numbers in the same order. 2 and 1, I think, is the cue there for sure in race number 8.